a chance to speak like what we want, 'cause we're the ones playing it, not them. That's the thing they don't get. Like, they can add as many game-breaking bugs as they want into Warzone, and people will still play
It
it.
took them almost a year
But it's the
to get rid of cheating.
okay, Josh. While I'm streaming, I'm doing my thoughts and opinions on Caldera so far. So basically, for Caldera, like the beginning of the video is gonna be my thoughts and opinions. And right now, my class setups are still from the last season, but I believe that I have a good idea of what can be viable for Warzone. So we're gonna start off with the what is this? The EM2. EM2, super good weapon, very versatile, good at all ranges, decent ADS, decent damage per second. That you want in a good overpowered Call of Duty weapon. Like, it has the damage, it has the range, it has the no recoil, and also it's just good. Same with the OTS. The OTS is an amazing secondary, fast fire rate, good time to kill, decent attachments. You can make this thing zoomy. For this class, I used Cruise Suppressor for the damage range, bullet velocity, and the vertical recoil control. Even though this thing has very minimal recoil, it's still good to have that extra recoil control when you're shooting ranges. The Task Force Barrel for the effective damage range, bullet velocity, and strafe speed. When you're aiming, you want to build a zoom around and kind of build a maneuver people. The Tiger Team Spotlight for movement speed and aim walking speed. It's good to have that extra movement speed. The KGB Skeletal Stock, just for the sprint to fire time, aim walking speed, and ADS fire move speed. You could go with the Spetsnaz stock, but I don't like that one personally because it doesn't have sprint to fire. Then the Salvo 40 round fast mag. Just a little bit faster than the 40. Not as many reload glitches, doesn't stop the animation all the times. Next class I'd like to use is the Swiss K and either the OTS or the OTS, Mac 10, and the Bullfrog. Those are all still really viable weapons. But as of right now, I'm using the Cold War MP5, trying to screw around with that, see what I can do with it. Basically, for the Swiss, this is my quick scoping class. Cruise Suppressor, 24.9 Combat Recon Barrel, SWAT 5mm laser for the ADS and aiming stability. The Fast Mag, just for that little bit of extra fast reload. And the Airborne Elastic Wrap. That's going to give you super fast ADS, super decent everything, pretty much. Next is the Amax. The CR56 Amax is still viable. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. It still hits really good at long ranges.
Just gotta hit your shots.
You just gotta hit your shots. Simple, yeah. The recoil is very minimal. What else? This is just a random class I made, but if I do use the card ND, I either use it with the AK-74U. Because the AK-74U does have some potential to be a good weapon. I just don't like it personally. Personally, the thing's a piece of shit and sells me constantly. But if I do run the AK-74U, this is exactly what I run on it. I run Cruise Suppressor, Bruiser Grip, 40 round speed mag, Tiger Team Spotlight, and KGB stock. Same thing as before, movement speed, damage range. The Card 98 still viable, not my favorite though. I prefer the Swiss any day over the Card 98. Next class is the AS Veil. This is just my restock class, but the AS Veil is good as a sniper backup in solos and duos. Quad's not really that good because you're taking out 4 people. It don't have 30 round mag. Definitely feel like this thing is still top tier even after the nerfs. The next class is going to be the AK Cold War. The Cold War AK sells in long ranges, along with having virtually no recoil. Every attachment here is what the meta build is for it, per se. If you're playing quads, you can go with the 60 or the 45 speed mag. But if you hit your shots and you have a really decent shot, you shouldn't even need 45 rounds. You should need 30. But I rock 45 just so I can take out multiple enemies at once. Same OTS class as before. Nothing's changed there. The Growl is still really good. Once again, it's got to hit your shots. It has virtually no recoil still, in the OTS class is the same with it. Now these are a couple builds that I have that are experimental I'm screwing around with. So the EM2 and the what is this? This is the AM63. I still think the EM2 is the best assault rifle right now, other than the Krig and the M4 and stuff like guns similar to that. But I think the STG will take over because the STG has no recoil, pretty much infinite range, and especially if you're using like a variant like the winning track, you don't have a lot of ammo. It's the only issue with this variant. You don't have a lot of ammo with it, but gives you have I believe 10 attachments. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 attachments here. Now this variable sight, not sure about that. But yeah. Then the last class is gonna be this is my sniper class with holding buildings, holding areas in the map. This can get changed a lot. You don't really need for say these exact attachments. But I run the Swiss, different build, longer ranges. The XM4 for the backup. Agency suppressor, task force barrel, microflex LED, Raider pad, and 45 round mag. You don't have to run 13.5 task force. You can run like Tiger Team, Serpent Wrap, anything like that. But I prefer having a little bit of damage range, the vertical recoil and the horizontal recoil. The XM4 doesn't have much recoil to begin with, but the extra recoil control does help. That's pretty much all there is to this little clip here, video / for YouTube. Been going